The second house in astrology, a lot can be said about the second house in astrology and what does this house actually mean. So let's begin. First thing that the second house deals with is it deals with how you make money, and it also describes how you save money. So for example, if you have Rahu or the North Node placed in the second house, then it could show someone that earns money through unusual ways or ways that aren't common. Another example, let's say you have Venus in the second house, then it could show a person that makes money from females. If you have K2 or the South Node in the second house, then it shows a person that isn't good with saving money because they have no emotional attachment towards their savings. It's almost like it means nothing to them, but they'll always know how much money they have saved up. The second house represents your childhood. It also represents your family lineage. So the last name that you have has a lot to do with the second house. It describes the family traditions that you come from as well, and of course your family's culture. So for example, let's say you're Anna Habesha, one of those Eritreans, Ethiopian Habeshas people. Well, the second house describes the whole Habesha lineage that you're a part of. You can be an Igbo from Nigeria, and the second house will describe that. I'm also starting to believe that the second house has a lot to do with nationality, but for sure it has a lot to do with ethnicity. The second house describes your upbringing, so that's why it represents your childhood. Because you gotta remember, the second house in any astrology system is originally ruled by Taurus, and Taurus is a zodiac sign that has a lot to do with roots. The second house details how your family members interact with each other. So if you were to go to a family gathering, a family funeral, a family party, family Thanksgiving dinner, planets in the second or the eighth house will influence how those family members interact with each other. So for example, if you have Mars placed in the second house, you'll notice that your family members, when they're around each other a lot, they tend to argue amongst each other. The second house can also describe the family that you procreate as well, not just the family you were born into or the family you were always a part of growing up. It can also describe the family you create. Some people get that confused with the fourth house, but the fourth house only describes your home environment. The fourth house has nothing to do with family. The second house represents body parts such as the face, teeth, speech, and throat. For example, I have Rahu in my second house, so that's why my speech sounds so rugged. To elaborate on the speech part, it describes how you sound when you talk, and also describes what you talk about a lot as well. One of the major things that the second house represents when it comes to the face is the chin. So if you have problems with the chin, let's say you have to get chin surgery, you have to look at the second house. The second house also shows what you try to protect or secure, because the Taurus zodiac has a lot to do with security. Anyways, follow me on the other apps. There will be more videos to come.